So last week we had a tech glitch on the website that made the first video randomly disappear for like 2 hours. So I'm sorry. But to make things better this week, I went ahead and hired a very, very well-known tech coordinator to make sure we had no glitches at all. Tech coordinator, how are we looking? Good boy. Let's start this week's episode. Huge, massive, ginormous shout out to every single one of you who did messaging activities last week. My inbox has been flooded with examples of positivity, and the craziest part is all of those moments of positivity, all those activities, that was because of your work. Your dedication, your time, your energy made smiles happen all across this country. Know this, with all the uncertainty in our world right now, your work is really essential for schools. Without further ado, let's jump into this week's lesson. This week, I want to talk about your activities as celebrations. And before we jump in, I know using that word celebrations seems weird. We're living in a really serious time. A lot of us are sad, we're grieving the loss of different things. And know this, however you're feeling in this moment, that is totally okay. I am a firm believer though, that times of great sadness call for small moments of hope. That no matter how dark and dim the world might seem around us, that there are always small moments of light to be found. That there are things that we can celebrate, spotlights we can shine, that there are small moments of joy to be had. And this week, we get to use your activities to celebrate the things that matter most. And there are a few things we can celebrate using our activities during the quarantine. The first of which are heroes. Listen, there are countless heroes at your school. Teachers, staff members, coaches, counselors who make showing up to school virtually or not Monday through Friday special. Could we highlight them this week with our activities? What if we took a page out of Ripon High School's book in California? They've started a weekly podcast called The Grateful Graduate. Each week, seniors get on the podcast to read a letter they wrote to a teacher or staff member thanking them for the impact they've made on their lives. Or could we take a page out of Del Oro High School's book in California? Last week, a group of administrators and leadership teachers drove over 300 miles to 70 teachers' homes to deliver an energy drink, a snack, and to play the school's fight song. We often don't take a lot of time to celebrate our heroes with all the events we have to plan during the year. So why not now? The second is moments. Present moment excluded, I'm willing to bet that there were some really incredible moments that happened throughout the course of your school year. I'm willing to bet that there were athletic teams that won championships, that you probably threw some really amazing dances and assemblies and rallies, that other clubs on campus threw their own events that really brought your community together. Could we use this moment in time to flash back to those? To have maybe a weekly social media post where we flash back to a moment that happened, not just to bring smiles to people's faces, but also to look forward to the eventual moment where we all get to be back together again. Finally, let's use this week to celebrate opportunities. Listen, there are a lot of opportunities that seem lost because of COVID-19. Events that should have happened but were either canceled or postponed when the virus struck. But can we still shine a spotlight on those events? I've loved watching high schools around the country find creative ways to celebrate the class of 2020, whether through bus parades or individualized yard signs. But what if we took this week to expand that spotlight to everyone else? Take spring musicals, for example. Rather than canceling their district showing of Cinderella without any alternative, Glenbrook North High School in Illinois decided to do something really special. They took the carriage from the show, put it in a parking lot near a busy street, purchased an FM radio transmitter online, and broadcasted the show's soundtrack. That way, parents and their son or daughter, safely in their car, could drive around, see the carriage, hear the soundtrack, and sing along. Pocono Mountain West High School in Pennsylvania did something incredible as well. They used their Instagram account to create something called Virtual Coffee House. Students could submit art or musical performances, and they used that platform to create a virtual showcase of their abilities. It was a massive hit with both students and staff and an incredible way to rally together despite all the uncertainty in our world right now. And so again, your challenge this week is to find moments worth celebrating. To celebrate moments that may have happened, to celebrate heroes at your school, and to celebrate opportunities. As always, please continue sending your activities. You can tag @Involve Schools. You can send those activities via email to info@involveschools.com. Again, I will try to spotlight as many activities each week as I possibly can. But until next week, please continue staying safe. Please continue washing your hands. And please continue letting every single student at your school know that they matter.